It's Friday, let's kick back and talk records. So, what's everyone's thoughts? What's everyone's thoughts on Record Store Day 2023? I notice it's kind of cool right now to bash Record Store Day or to be critical of Record Store Day. I'm not going to do that. It serves its purpose. Obviously, it's still immensely popular. It still gets people into the indie stores, but I get the criticism. And Record Store Day has done that to themselves to a large extent, right? It's just, there are a lot of issues with Record Store Day and the selection of records and the prices, and people are pissed off about the scalpers and the flippers and whatever. I'm not going to go through that. I'm not going to bash Record Store Day. I'm going to acknowledge that it serves its purpose. I want to show you some of my picks, my Record Store Day 2023 picks, because I do think there is some good stuff on the list. You got to peel away the layers a bit, but there is good stuff on the list. Before I get to that, I want to show you something I've been working on. I wasn't going to show you. I was going to wait a little because this whole thing may not work out for me, but I'm going to show you anyway. I'm working on a couple new t-shirt designs. Check this out. This first one, I'm having a little bit of fun with this, right? Tongue firmly planted in cheek. But here's the first design. You will own vinyl and be happy. Obviously, this is a take on that whole thing, you will own nothing and be happy. I don't get political on this channel. I'm having fun here. Just interpret this as having fun. You will own vinyl and be happy, hypnotized. And this other one here too, you will own vinyl and be happy. So the stage these ones are at, I have ordered prototype t-shirts, and those will be here in the next week or so. I'll take a look at them, see how I like them, see how they look in real life, and if I do dig them, I'll throw them up in the merch store.
Love vinyl? Tell the world with a Channel 33 RPM t-shirt. Check out the Channel 33 RPM store today.
All right, but we're not here to talk about that. We are here to talk about Record Store Day. So let's go through quickly. Let's do this quickly. Let's go through some of my picks. Also, hope you guys had a good week. Happy Friday to all of you. Okay, this first one really caught my attention. This is Recordology. This is Eric Carr's only solo record. Eric Carr was the former drummer from Kiss. He was the Fox. It also features former Kiss guitarist Bruce Kulick. What I love about this, I haven't heard the album. I imagine it's not great, but the packaging is really cool. It falls in line with the other Kiss solo albums, the ones released back in '78. The cover has Eric in his Fox makeup and includes a 12-inch by 24-inch poster in the same style as the ones included in the 4 original Kiss solo albums. Printed inner sleeves include never-before-seen photos and liner notes. The vinyl is orange/clear/black splatter with Fox record label. It's a 2 LP set. That one looks interesting. What else is on the list here? The Donnas, the early singles. The Donnas are really interesting. I love the Donnas. They are great. They're like the Ramones meets early Motley Crue. If you haven't heard them, all female band from the late 90s, early 2000s. Really good. I prefer maybe mid-career Donnas kind of stuff. Well, particularly Spend the Night. That was their epic album, if you ask me. Early stuff is not bad, though. So they have the early singles coming out for Record Store Day. It's on Record Store Day first. I tend not to jump on Record Store Day first stuff because you know it's coming out again down the road, and there's a chance it's going to be cheaper down the road as well. So, cool album. I'm probably not going to grab that one. What else is on the list here? Madonna. Madonna's touring again. Have you heard about this? You probably have. Tickets super expensive. People snap them up. Madonna's also criticized quite a bit for the way she looked. I guess she got some work done on her face. There's some memes going around. I don't know, man. I don't go for that kind of stuff. If someone puts themselves out there like that, I mean, I guess people would say, okay, she deserves it. She puts herself out there like that. But I don't know. I got respect for Madonna. She has broken down so many walls, broken down so many barriers. She's still, okay, yeah, of course, she's still trying to remain relevant. She occasionally does the shocking thing to get in the papers. She's had work done to make herself look younger. That's fine. That's fine. Happy Madonna's back out on the road again. All right, this is interesting. Motley Crue Helter Skelter picture disc. Hold on one second. All right, I'm back. I had to find my original pressing of this. I remember as a kid, there was a record store here in Grant Park Mall, and the record store was called Pirate's Den. And there's a Safeway grocery store there. So when I was with my mom would take me grocery shopping, and when she was shopping, I'd wander over to Pirate's Den. I was like 10 or 11 years old, like 83, 84. And they had this on the wall. And I was obsessed with this. I just thought it looked so freaking cool. Like, 11-year-old Frank thought that this was awesome. I never got it at the time, but I was happy to find really nice, really pristine copy years later. This one's in really good condition, too. It comes with the original wall poster. I won't take it out. Anyway, this is a version of this is coming out on Record Store Day. It says here, celebrating the 40th anniversary of Shout the Devil, the album. They're putting out this picture disc. It's a reimagined 40th anniversary 12-inch picture disc EP with pictures from the famous Blood photo session. These pictures were quite famous back in the day. So they're including an insert, a paper insert with an additional shot from the Blood session. But looking at this description, it looks like the poster's missing. I don't know why they took out the poster. The poster was an integral part of the package. They're taking out the poster. At least it's cool that Motley Crue is putting out stuff on Record Store Day. I hope that going forward, they kind of look beyond the catalog that goes up to Dr. Feelgood. They've reissued those early albums so many times. So many times. I know they have that box set out that a lot of you have bought, and you've asked me my opinion on the Motley Crue box set that just came out. I haven't purchased it. I have all the original pressings, and I have most of the reissues. So I'm not going to buy it a third time, but people seem happy with it, which is cool. But going forward, I hope they look beyond that. Those original albums, look beyond Dr. Feelgood. I'd love to see, I know a lot of people would love to see a reissue of Decade of Decadence. Let's do a reissue of Generation Swine. I know a lot of people would love to see Motley Crue 94, the self-titled, reissued. Whether they'll ever do that one, I don't know. That was with John Corabi on vocals, but yeah. Anyway, cool to see Motley Crue is getting involved in Record Store Day. They put out that EP on Black Friday, and now they're putting out the Shout at the Devil, or the Helter Skelter picture disc. All right, a few other things caught my attention on the list. I see there's a reissue of the Ramones' Pleasant Dreams. This is the New York mixes. I dig this album. It has one of my favorite Ramones tracks on it, that being the KKK Took My Baby Away. Dig that track. And we also have Van Halen live right here, right now. So many of us have been waiting a long time to see some of the Sammy Hagar stuff reissued. And from what I understand, this is the first of many Sammy Hagar Van Halen reissues that are going to be coming out. So in that respect, this is good news. The bad news is the retail price on this one in the US is $100. In Canada, I think it's like $150. It's 4 LPs. It's still a ton of money, considering this is the Van Halen album that people probably care the least about. I mean, let's be honest. It's not a very good live album. Most of it was re-recorded in the studio. Sammy Hagar told us all about that in his autobiography. I mean, I bought this on CD way back in the day, and I have to be honest, I haven't listened to it. I had it and listened to in probably 2 decades. When I heard that this was coming out on Record Store Day, I put the CD in and listened to it again. It's still not very good. If it wasn't so expensive, would I buy a copy? Maybe. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the Sammy stuff coming out. I want to see Balance. I want to see For Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, right? It'd be cool if they put out the Best of Both Worlds or some of those compilations. This is a starting point. So in that respect, I'm happy. I think that's cool. And finally, the other one that looks really good on here, I love the Jazz Dispensary releases from Craft Recordings. That is always fun, really kind of funky, psychedelic, just really good releases and always really interesting compilations. All right, 33ers, those are my picks. What is on your list for Record Store Day 2023? Let me know in the comments below. Also, check out this video on the screen. I think you'll dig it. I'll see you there in a couple of minutes. Till then, keep on spinning.